Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to look at what the Israel-Iran war outcome by 1 month could be by using the tarot. This spread will be done using a 5-card spread. Each card will represent a different aspect of this war. So let's get right into it. For those new to my channel, I want to remind you that these videos are not meant to spread hate or incite violence. They're just for entertainment purposes only. And with that said, let's get right into it. So I shuffled up my tarot deck, and I'm going to start laying out the cards. The first card here represents what will happen during this war, and I got the Princess of Cups. This is a very interesting card because it's all about emotions. In this case, it's showing that during this war there will be a lot of emotional distress. There's going to be a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension, a lot of fear. It's going to be an extremely stressful time for both sides and also for people around the world who are watching this unfold. So this is not looking good in terms of the emotions involved in this war. The second card here represents the people that are in power, the leaders of Iran and Israel. And I got the Magician here. This card speaks about power and how we can manifest our desires into reality. What this means to me is that they have the power to end this conflict. They have the tools, they have the resources, but it seems like they're choosing not to. And I say this because this card also speaks about illusions and distractions. And I feel like there's a lot of misinformation and propaganda being spread right now from both sides. So they do have the power to end this conflict, but they're choosing not to. Instead, they're manifesting more pain and more destruction. The third card here represents the outcome of this war. And I got death. Now, this doesn't mean a literal death. It's more so an outcome of change, transformation, things coming to an end. So in this case, I believe this card is showing that this war will come to an end, but it's going to bring about a lot of changes. There's going to be a new way of living, a new way of moving forward. But again, it comes at the cost of a lot of destruction and a lot of pain. The fourth card here represents the beginning of this war. And I got the Fool. This is the card of new beginnings. It's a card that speaks about innocence, naivety, but it also speaks about taking the first step into the unknown. Now, the Fool doesn't have any specifics, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly when this war will begin. But this card does show that it will start soon, within a few weeks. And I say this because this card also speaks about sudden movements. So there won't be much warning. One day, everything will be okay, and the next day, there will be a state of emergency. That's the type of energy I'm getting from this card. And lastly, the fifth card here represents the end result of this war. And I got the King of Swords. Now, this card represents victory and triumph, but it's a bit of a harsh victory. So what I believe this card is saying is that in the end, one side will be victorious, but it's not going to be pretty. There's going to be a lot of damage, a lot of pain, and there could even be some sort of betrayal. But ultimately, one side will win and establish their dominance. So let's recap everything real quick. During this war, there's going to be a lot of emotional distress. There's going to be a lot of fear and anxiety. The leaders are choosing to manifest more pain instead of peace. In the end, there will be a resolution, but it brings about a lot of change, and a lot of that has to do with the outcome of the third card, which was death. This war will be coming to an end, but it's going to lead to a lot of change. There's going to be a new way of moving forward, but again, it comes at the cost of a lot of destruction and a lot of pain. The beginning of this war will be sudden, and it will take place within the next few weeks. And lastly, the end result of this war is a harsh victory for one side. There's going to be a lot of damage, a lot of pain, and there could even be some sort of betrayal. But ultimately, one side will win and establish their dominance. So that's what the tarot has to say about the Israel-Iran war. If you got value from this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.